again, because that is a territory in which we believe in freedom. To go out on the street and demonstrate is a basic right for us. And that is why we are saying that there are two Cameroons that came together. If you are telling us, like a state minister stood here last year and told us that what happened in Cameroon is like dropping a few cubes of sugar into a basin of water. Who is the sugar and who is the water? I'm asking the government bench of Cameroon, who is that you rape our children? My brother's daughter has been raped in Boya. I swear to you, the government of this country, does the president of this country know that the governors and the DOs and all the administrators you have sent to West Cameroon are out there behaving exactly like an army of occupation? Our people have nowhere to go. We have made all the efforts. Our ancestors and our forefathers trusted you to go into a gentleman's agreement that two people who considered themselves brothers could go to live together. If this is what you show us after 55 years, then those who are saying that we should break Cameroon are right. They are correct. The people of West Cameroon cannot be your slaves. The people of West Cameroon are not, you did not conquer them in war. If this is what you are saying that we should live in, I say simply no, it will not work. How do you have an army that's supposed to protect children step out there, beat them, and rape some? It is not heard of in any country. This is the 21st century, and anybody who does that and cannot be willing for his government to pay the price, we will exact it on you. Because you are making us believe that we went to the wrong place. What is there to say? I want the world to know and to have it on record that we have made efforts. I have sat with ministers and listened to them talk. The first one was the then Minister of Justice, Amadou Ali, 10 years ago. And I took my time, drove from Como to Yaoundé to tell him something is brewing out there. This thing that you people are sending gendarmes to beat people up and say all of these things, there is pain in West Cameroon. And as Minister of Justice, be very careful. What happens there? And he turned around, looked at me, and told me, Mr. Wilbur, it is your people who choose to come here.
Yes. It is your people who choose to come here. And it is your people who choose to live here. We no longer belong. Shout out there to all of you who are watching with us. If you look on my left here, this is the picture of Yannick Kawa. Even though he's irrelevant to our revolution, we are going to bring an audio that we intercepted where he was expressing fear, telling his colleagues that Ambazonia is back and he is afraid. We will bring that to you, but that is not the most important thing we are supposed to bring to you like we do every weekend. We shall be discussing the main theme of today as inferencing how the Ambazonian Cameroon Republic War shall end. And when I conceived this topic with my panel, we were looking around to see what we can bring forth as science and evidence that this war is gradually coming to an end. We are highly optimistic that 2021 is the beginning to an end. And when we conceive this central team and we were looking around, we came across discussions in television stations in the Cameroon Republic that were also predicting or trying to talk on how this war shall end. We came to something like this.
The highlight in that document was that point number 1.
We also came to another one like this.
Far back when AU was created in 1963 till date, can you give me any conflict in Africa that the AU has solved?
We will talk about all this. Then we will talk on lynching part 2. Remember last week in our program we talked about lynching. We will talk on lynching and remember the genesis of this whole thing. Colonial Minister Atanga Nji.
I said it yesterday, I'm saying it today, I will say it tomorrow. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. And I've given facts to justify what I see. Prof has said something which is important. He says that an Anglophone has never been a Minister of Defense in Cameroon.
What is very important to us today is this. Special donations to support BUI warrior. We all are aware of what the BUI warriors from BUI County have been doing. And there is a special donation going around. People have been donating. And we are calling on our viewers here. This is the information for you to donate. Our technician is doing everything possible to give you this information on our news bar when we shall be presenting, so that those of you who know what the warriors are doing, what the warriors have been doing, and you want to support, you can get that information and support the warriors. A little will go a long way. We are not saying that you give all. $1, 1 cent is going to go a long way to support the warriors. They need your support because they have been pounded, especially for the last few days. And there is a support drive that is going to BUI warriors. Remember, BUI warriors have been the epicenter, or BUI has been the epicenter of this war, and BUI warriors have been the miniature of the Ambazonian resistance, the Ambazonian war. Since October of 2019, the BUI warriors have been fighting this war without end, fighting in the morning, fighting in the afternoon, fighting in the evening. Till today, since October of 2019, BUI warriors have been fighting. To know that BUI warriors were the least drafted in the Ambazonian during the Ambazonian award, to know that BUI warriors have the least support, and what those brave boys and girls in BUI County do, it is their determination, it is their willpower, it is their personal effort that they fight every day, night and day, fighting to keep this revolution going. And that's it. There is this information we've just gotten come into our studio, and I will read it. It's a very special alert, and this goes to BUI County. Very, very urgent information, and anybody listening to us now, if you have the means to let those who are fighting for Ambazonia in BUI County know, they should know that this information is real and it is very urgent. Starting tomorrow, March 1st, 2021. We shall read it as we got it. Judicial authorities recently nominated and transferred to BUI have been informed to postpone their journeys to Kumbu for 2 weeks. The Central Military Command in Yaoundé has decided that they must end the military resistance beginning with BUI County. To this end, troops have been redeployed from various battalions and camps from all across the country to converge in BUI, from Ndonga and Mantung, from Non in the West Province, from Boyo, from Ngoketunja, all are of Ambazonia, and from tomorrow, Monday, 1st March 2020, for 1 week running, the whole Cameroon military might shall fall on BUI. And I repeat, this information is very real, very authentic, and it is very, very urgent. Disseminate it, pass it over. It is a do or die operation for the Cameroon Republic. To this effect, all the deals have received strict orders, and troops have been sent to dismantle all amber camps, all our restoration camps in BUI, kill all our restoration forces if possible, no matter the cost in human lives. This is an operation that has been destined for BUI County. With the lukewarm approach of the international community, France and French Cameroon is putting on the biggest and most extensive human, material, and logistics investment in it to neutralize Ambazonian independent effort. Like I said, this is an urgent information that has just gotten into our studio as we were preparing to come live. To this information, we are calling on all our barracks, all our restoration forces in their various camps to remain on the high alert. It is the last desperate fight for the Cameroon Republic, and they are bent on doing this and ending everything, especially BUI County, that they have considered the most resistant county in this war. We are also calling on our people, the people of BUI, to be very, very vigilant. Be very, very vigilant. Take cover. Do what you can do to be safe. To our restoration forces, we are telling you, please, no face-to-face combat with the Cameroon Republic military. If possible, you should decamp from your various camps. If possible, lie low, because this operation, the Cameroon Republic is bent on ending it, destroying all the camps and killing our restoration forces if possible. This is a very, very important, urgent message that we got as we were preparing to come live on this studio today. We shall come to it at the end of our program. They are going to be very ruthless to the people and to our soldiers. If you have followed it up these days, you will have seen that they started already in BUI. But starting tomorrow, March 1st, they are on a mission and on a ruthless operation to end everything in BUI County. This, to my left here, is the support information to support BUI warriors. We have gotten in contact with people who initiated this fund drive, and we can assure you that everything will be put in use. In this studio, we shall follow up to make sure that what you donate reach the warriors in BUI. We are also saying that if you donate, you can leave a comment on our comment page, because excuse me, we go over every comment and we shall take note of what you have donated and update the information, so that at the time that we come here to give you account of what was donated for this special fund drive, we will give you including what you donate it. We are calling on all of you who are watching now. Please share and invite others. Those who have the means, there is a special fund drive for BUI County. There we have our viewers, our regular viewers. You are there with us. Please share and invite. There is the Dora and you are watching with us. Waters Chair, you are watching with us. This support for BUI warriors have been going on, and we are calling on our viewers here to please support BUI warriors. It is a special drive for the warriors. Please donate. $1 goes a long way in this our liberation struggle. And with that, we will play some music and then we come to our regular presentation. Like we say it all the time, we always want to make it short, make it entertaining, so that behavior can be changed. And at the end of the day, this revolution moves closer to the finish line. And we are highly optimistic this time around that 2021 is the beginning to an end of this war. Yawanta with United We Stand for Us Today.
United we stand, oh, divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh, united we stand, oh. United we stand, oh, divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh, united we stand, oh, oh.
United we stand, oh, divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh, united we stand, oh. United we stand, oh, divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh, united we stand, oh, oh.
My dear brothers, let's come together. Two cannot walk unless they agree. My dear brothers, let's come together. Peace cannot reign unless there is love. Oh, my dear sisters, let us stand united. Hold hands together, help one another. United we stand, divided we all shall fall. United we stand, divided we all shall fall.
Laissez le monde s'unir et relever ensemble.
United we stand, divided we all shall fall.
Where's the better way? I want to get title.
United we stand, divided we all shall fall. United we stand, divided we all shall fall.
Divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh. United we stand, oh. United we stand, oh. Divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh. United we stand, oh.
Ensemble,
united we stand, divided we all shall fall.
Where's the better way? I want to get title.
United we stand, divided we all shall fall.
United
Yeah, thank you, Yawanto. United we stand, divided we all shall fall, and we hope that that message is going to all Ambazonians, especially those who stood for this war this far. I want to thank all of you who are watching with us today. Please continue to share and to invite others. Our main topic of discussion today shall be inferencing how the Ambazonian Cameroon Republic war shall end. And on our Toba information, we have the information for the donations to the special support funds for BUI warriors. BUI warriors have been pounded, especially in the last few days, in a way that they need our special support. We are calling on those of you who are watching with us now, please, if you can, please donate something. There is the information. We hope to come to that information again. There is it passing on our tour by there. And we also have our topics for discussion, what we intend to talk to you that has happened this week in our revolution, so that we continue to change behavior and move forward stronger than we started to the finish line, and hope to end the sufferings of our people. Inferencing how the Ambazonian Cameroon Republic war shall end. Like all conflicts, like all wars, this too shall end. It is a certainty. It is the ultimate end that we know. This war cannot go forever. Even though when we were listening to the discussions that were passing through television airwaves in the Cameroon Republic, we got some naysayers saying that it's not going to end, or saying that the international community is not going to come to end this. The international community cannot intervene in this conflict. But we know that intervention does not mean boots and guns on the ground. There is indirect intervention, which we want to see that even though it has been insignificant, but it has been steady, because there is already intervention. From time to time, we have international institutions, representatives in Ambazonia. A good example is the human rights report that came out that for more than 1 year, the Cameroon Republic went to a village in Manyo division and raped more than 20 women, including handicapped women. That is intervention. If that is intervention, which is indirectly, and when they report that, it goes to act to what the international community already have, and that drives up the bar for them to intervene. It will be highly likely for the international community to have boots and guns on the ground in the Ambazonian revolution. But we are very certain that in not too distant future, we are consciously optimistic that the international community is going to do something to end the sufferings of the people of the southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Truth be told, when it shall end, as we shall be inferencing in our main theme of the day today, the Cameroon Republic will not be the victor. I have used this statement several times. The Cameroon Republic will not be the victor in this war. You cannot force somebody to stay with you or to be with you no matter what. And if you have to use force, using of force has never ever succeeded to get a people to succumb to colonial rule. If it succeeded, the European powers would not have allowed African countries to be on their own. If it succeeded, America would not have been defeated in Vietnam. If it succeeded, for the past 20 or so years, America would have crushed the Taliban in Afghanistan. But what do we see? The Americans are in peace talks with the Afghanese terrorist group, the Taliban. Ambazonia too, like other conflicts in Africa that have come to an end, this war in Ambazonia will surely come to an end. That notwithstanding, but let's look at it this way and then we ask ourselves. We have all seen this, like we showed to you last week, lynching, semantic lynching, various ways of lynching Ambazonians, lynching. This, we have it here. Let me bring that to you, lynching. I must apologize that some of these images, they are very graphic, but we have no other choice than to show them to you. Those are Cameroonian soldiers. They have killed or game an Ambazonia, and they are dragging the body. You can see them there, dragging it to the village square for humiliation. Lynching.
To reach that, to attain that goal,
they do
everything to obtain financement.
We are still on lynching. Lynching. Lynching of our people. That is an Amazonian being treated that way. Lynching.
Jesus. Oh God.
Lynching. You remember this? Lynching. They don't have any human feelings for us Ambazonians. Yeah, remember that? Remember?
Wait, that's what I watch that.
Yes, and when you see all that, you ask yourself, is that what we think we can live with again? Is that what you think we should hand over to our children? Is that the story you feel should be told about us, that we were there and this happened? If the answer is no, then this is the time to support our actualization cause. This is the time to support our fighters like BUI warriors. This is the time to draft, to join your LGAs and your counties. This is the time to be more involved in this fight for our nation, in this fight for Ambazonia. We have on our October information below me here the various means by which you can support BUI County. They have been pounded, and the press release I just read at the beginning of this show, which was intercepted and brought to our knowledge as we were preparing to come live today, says that all of the Cameroon Republic military might shall be in BUI County starting tomorrow. We know they have been, but they are converging again. If you continue to follow us as you've been doing, we will be updating you when we have their trucks moving to BUI. But what we are saying is this: other counties too should activate their own resistance so that BUI can have some relief. It has been too much for the warriors in BUI. Since October of 2019, they have been fighting the Cameroon Republic day and night till today. They are still fighting, and the Cameroon Republic have a special operation. We are saying that the warriors in BUI, they fight mostly because of the willpower and the self-determination of those warriors. BUI, as the epicenter of the Ambazonian Revolution War, has been going on for too long, and they need some relief. When we support them, we need to the other counties to activate their restoration, their own resistance forces, their restoration forces, so that BUI can have a breathing space. Then we are calling on BUI warriors, stand back. If you cannot carry out guerrilla tactics, take note, this is very serious. They are coming for you, and they are converging, coming from every direction. If you can imagine what they did in Bantain 2 or 3 days ago, how they got there, then you know that no place in BUI is safe. So decamp, leave your camps, go to other places where they cannot get you. This time will pass as other times have passed. That said, if time permits, we shall come to this, because this is very, very important. When we say that, then we go to our next topics of discussion today. Signs that the Cameroon Republic is feeling the pain of the Ambazonian Cameroon Republic War. If you can remember, 2 or 3 weeks ago, the colonial Atanganji came to Bamenda and declared victory. That was a sign to say that they are feeling the pain of the war. Because if you can think of what the start of this, colonial minister Atanganji was the one who told us this. Remember, this is what he said. Let me bring that up. This is what he said. Let me get that. Where's that? Okay, let me just bring it up from here rather than bring it up. Let me bring it up from here.
Reverend Father, Pastor said that we have to, that the Anglophones will not more talk in the bush, they are inside the parlor. As far back as 1983, President Paul Biya said that you don't need to stay in the bush to air your views. President Paul Biya said, in fact, in French he said,
yeah, that didn't start well, but let me restart it and then bring it up. Remember, he said there was no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. Colonial
Tanganji, your voice on this. Your position is clear, it's known.
Yes.
That there is no Anglophone problem.
Yes.
You've constantly repeated that.
Yes, and I will say it, I said it yesterday, I'm saying it today, I will say it tomorrow. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. And I've given facts to justify what I say. Prof has said something which is important. He says that an Anglophone has never...
That is more or less the immediate genesis of what is happening to us today. They started by denying. And if you ask him today, he is not denying it, but he is declaring a premature victory for the Cameroon Republic. Sadly enough, he is doing this when Ambazonia has not started the war. For the past 4 years, we have been defending ourselves. Then we draft it. Now we shall go offensive, because to assure you, Ambazonia is going to go offensive. Many people, including the Cameroon Republic, they are informants and their agents whom they implanted among those of us who are resisting, think that the Ambazonian war draft was a joke. I can assure you that the war draft is still alive. When I'm talking of the war draft, I'm talking of the war draft 2020. It is still alive and it shall be activated. We say this because it has not ended officially. The 2020 Ambazonian war draft is still ongoing. There shall be the Ambazonian war draft finale. Then when that is done, you will see us in action because of the war draft. It shall happen. We are taking our time, even though many people will say that we don't have to take time because they are killing and our people are suffering. But that is what it takes in this war. Ours is a war with a difference. It is the war fought on social media and physically on ground zero. But we have to take it this way. Signs that the Cameroon Republic is feeling the pain of this war. They are now putting Ambazonian born as leaders, mission commanders in their military in Ambazonia. A good case is that of License Sibin that we brought to you last week. The guy who is now the mission commander in BUI County. He is son of the soil. When I was discussing this with my panel, I said that it is unimaginable that the Cameroon Republic can trust an Ambazonian born to be leading Cameroon Republic soldiers in Ambazonia, not to talk of in BUI County. This is because I can quite remember in the 1992s and during the days of uprisings when we were still with the Cameroon Republic, whenever the Cameroon Republic released their military, like in Manowobe, like from Manowobe, they released their military in any part of the then northwest and southwest, the southern Cameroons, they always release our brothers and sisters who were in their military with empty guns without bullets. Another good example is in 1997 when their dictator President Paul Biya was visiting Buya during an election campaign. Ambazonians who were in their military were put on guard to be observed by the president. When the presidential guard they came from Yaoundé, they had to go person to person among those Ambazonians in their military and check their gun, double check their gun to make sure that they did not have any bullets in it. But to think of it now that the Cameroon Republic can trust an Ambazonian born to be a leader or mission commander in their military in Ambazonia and we are fighting in the war is unbelievable. And that is a clear sign that the Cameroon Republic is feeling the pain of this war. And that tells that our revolution is on track. That our revolution, the way we are fighting, the way we are resisting, we are doing our best and doing it for the Cameroon Republic to feel the pain. For 5 years, the Cameroon Republic have brought on strategy upon strategy. None has worked. They have carried out raids like the one we are saying they are planning tomorrow in BUI. They have carried out all mission operation that they can put in place as a national army of a country. Nothing has worked. Ambazonians have been able to contain, to defend themselves, and now we are ready for an offensive. The fact that we are able to resist and contain the Cameroon Republic for 5 years tells that they are feeling the pain of this war. And that notwithstanding, when I was listening to La République television station, I came up across this war effort in the Cameroon Republic. Listen to that from Barrister Ashu Emmanuel in my media prime. Listen to him.
Financing from the home front and from foreign front. At home, we are all living here. We know what is happening. If the government is owing you money, they want to pay you. There's a percentage you have to give to support the war effort.
Of course.
Thank you. Now you go to the markets. You want to buy, the prices of cement, iron rods, and all those essentials have gone up. When you ask these traders, what is happening? They say no. We have to support the war effort. That addition that we put on top is for the war effort. So, if you like, you go and tell the foreign donors not to give money anymore. The government is comfortably raising money from the local front to sustain the war effort.
War effort. That is a new vocabulary in our war. A sign that the Cameroon Republic is feeling the pain of this war effort. And this is not only happening in Ambazonia, it is now happening across the Mongo. In their own territory, support the war effort. You heard it, and the journalist was agreeing to that is what is happening. They are feeling the pinch. The way we have executed this war, we are on the right track. Let us keep an effort. Let us keep it this way, because there is a new sheriff in town, a new leader in the White House, a new world, a new leadership in the world, in the person of President Joe Biden. President Joe Biden, at his age, has lived through many conflicts and wars in the world. He knows the pain. He has been in American politics for more than 40 years, and he knows what the world can go through if there are a lot of conflicts. But for the past 4 years, so many conflicts have came into being. So many conflicts have continued, and the person who was in the White House did not take any effort to stop them. But now, with a new sheriff in town, the Cameroon Republic is feeling the pain of the Ambazonian Cameroon Republic war. And we are highly optimistic, even though cautiously optimistic. We are highly optimistic that 2021 is the beginning to an end of this war. When we say that, we tell you straight that we don't think there shall be any boots on the ground from any foreign country. That is not going to happen. And when we listen to people like this, with what they say, we tell you, let's listen to Mr. Chavez, who was on my media prime too. What he said.
Far back when AU was created in 1963 till date,
Can you give me any conflict in Africa that the AU has solved? Tell me any case where La Francophonie has stepped into and solved. Because Rwanda was part of La Francophonie when the genocide was taking place. I have to be sincere. Cameroon is part of Commonwealth, part of La Francophonie, part of AU, part of United Nations. You mean to tell me all these places put together, they have not been able to solve this crisis? When we talk about international community, it gives me running stomach. Because when I take analysis of the international community intervention in Africa, they have only come when their interest is supposed to be met. And since they have no interest as far as this conflict is concerned,
I took interest in that. Not that I am a fan or a follower of my Media Prime or the people they bring to their studio, but because Mr. Chavez, as they called him, you know, one thing I do in my shows is that I don't smear people. And I try to avoid language enough that is hurtful, because I know our cause is just and God is with us. To be very pessimistic, as these panelists in my Media Prime was saying that no international community can come. When I listened to it, I asked myself, if I had the means to call them, I would have asked him directly. Just at his nose there is the Nigerian Bakassi conflict. Who are those who solved it? Was that not the international community? Where was the peace agreement for the Bakassi conflict signed? It was signed in Green Tree here in New York. That was the international community. And then to say that the Ambazonian war, no, there shall be no foreign intervention, that is a big lie, big farce. There is already intervention, as Barrister Asho corrected him in that program. But for them to say that we are the ones to solve this problem ourselves, first of all, there is no we here, because there is Ambazonia now. We break out from the so-called union with the Cameroon Republic on the 1st of October 2017. That is official, and that is why we have been defending ourselves since then. If there is any Ambazonian, if there is any bona fide Ambazonian like Mr. Jarvis, if there is any La Republique citizen who thinks that we shall get back to normal, you are deceiving yourself. Remember, last week we brought to you instances of lynching Ambazonians by the Cameroon Republic. Today, I brought you two more. We will be bringing you more if it's so permit that we can continue to sell this idea. Remember the killings. Babies, women, handicaps. Remember the sufferings, those who are sleeping in the bushes, those who are in jail for no just cause. Our young boys and girls, they are in jail, their life passing like that, doing nothing. They have not even been charged. Some of them, they pretend to take them to court every day, but no decision is taken. Remember people like Manchu BBC, what did he do that he got 10 years in jail? Our leaders who were taken from Nigeria and given a life prison sentence in the Cameroon Republic. Think of our people that were arrested in Ambazonia and taken to jail, to concentration camps in the Cameroon Republic. The random arrests, the intimidation, the extortion, the exploitation. Remember the destruction, the declaration of war, the killing of our people, the killing and then the killing again, the kill and burn. The burning of our people, like the picture of the man whose child was burned alive in the house just 2 weeks ago. Remember all that. And then you think we shall go to live normally with the Cameroon Republic and then you think we can just turn around and forget all these things? We are humans too. We are humans. We cannot just forget it. There is no way this war can just end like that. And that is why today we are inferencing how the Ambazonian Cameroon war shall end. We shall tell you at the end of this show today how we think this war shall end. It shall not end the way the Cameroon Republic think, the way they are trying to write it or to show it to the international community, like the operation they are planning to start tomorrow in BUI County. It shall not end with the use of force from the Cameroon Republic. Think of how we have fought this war, the many battles we have fought, like the recent ones that just passed in BUI County with the BUI warriors. Think of how we have contained and maintained this war when we had nothing, when we did not even know. You know, this war has come this far because we did not prepare. We were on our way, but for the past 58 years, the Cameroon Republic had been preparing to fight Ambazonia and to crush them. They even promised us when we started the resistance movement that it is 1 or 2 weeks. 1 or 2 weeks tend to 1 or 2 months. Today it is 5 years. To think that it is just going to end, or that Cameroonians, when they say Cameroonians, they should take note. We want to remind you that when you say Cameroonians, like Mr. Jarvis said here, you are not including Ambazonians, because we are not Cameroonians. We have denied the Cameroon Republic the victory they so much needed. We have refused to surrender, as they thought, as was one of their plans, that they would stage the war and use their military might so that we can surrender. We have refused it. The economic sabotage that we have put on them has succeeded. The political and the social life that they implanted on us, that they assimilated us, wanted us to adopt to be French people, we refuse to take that, and we maintain our heritage, our identity as Anglo-Saxon. Think of it this way. And when you think of it this way, and the desperate nature of people like Mr. Jarvis who come on their TV, the desperate nature of people like Colonial Minister Atanganji who turn around and declare premature victory, the desperate nature of the Cameroon military that will want to go at all lengths to show their military prowess, their military power, you will tell that the gates of the war are gradually closing on the Cameroon Republic. Though the international community has looked the other way at the beginning of this war, we can now see that there are signs. They are beginning to look in our direction. You have heard from the new sheriff in town, the new U.S. administration and her foreign policy, wanting to end all conflicts. They have already started. The war in Yemen, they are after it. If we go by an African proverb which says that when trees fall in a forest and you want to take them off, you start with the one on the top. Though they consider our revolution, our war, the war on the bottom, because in this program, Mr. Jarvis was saying that there is no international interest. The international community don't have any interest in the war in Ambazonia. I will want to differ with you and tell you that they have interest. When this war started, the then U.S. ambassador paid visits to the presidency in the Cameroon Republic. He even brought in an army general. From there, there were a lot of visits. And what about the just released resolution 684 of the U.S. Senate? That is already a sign that the Cameroon Republic, the gates are. That is already a sign to the Cameroon Republic that the gates of this war are closing on them. And they think they can continue to cause more atrocities upon atrocities to help themselves. We are telling you that you are lying. Truth will always out, and Ambazonia shall be freed. That's it. We look at the actions of the colonial Atanganji, the way he's been going out, what he's been saying, and we ask ourselves, was he given an ultimatum to correct what he started? Because we think that they are now accusing him as a person who escalated this situation. Remember him. When everybody in this program were saying that, no, there is something, what did Atanganji tell them? Listen.
Let me give Minister Atanganji a voice on this. Your position is clear, it's known. Yes. That there is no Anglophone problem. Yes. You've constantly repeated that. Yes, and I will say it, I said it yesterday, I'm saying it today, I will say it tomorrow. There is no Anglophone problem in Cameroon. And I've given facts to justify what I said.
When he said this, with the reality on the ground, it escalated. Today he has changed, and we see him come up with things like this. When I look at it, when I look at this the other day, I laughed. Look at it. Who is fooling who there? This is what Colonial Atanganji went and brought that. These are the weapons of Ambazonia. Look at them. Is this not what the Cameroon Republic has been displaying in every place Atanganji goes? So they feel this is what we are still using. When I look at this, I laugh. I say, oh, have they given Atanganji an ultimatum to end what he escalated? And he brought this. This is very laughable to have brought this, showed them on their national television, selling it to their people, and who is he deceiving? Who really is Atanganji deceiving in that? He is deceiving himself and the Cameroon Republic. And we say, when we say that, we go to this and we bring you this audio from Yannick Kawakawa, the information he's been giving his group about what is happening in Manyo County. I will pray that you listen. We got this and say we should bring it to you. Yannick Kawakawa, we bring him here. Okay, there you go. Listen very well to what he's saying. He is so afraid. When that audio plays, then we will come back to say something about it. Yannick Kawakawa.
My country people, them una good morning. Above stop noise. Yeah, today na the 24th of February 2020. Yeah, I want just do this audio for.
We are sorry about that. Let me just put that together and then I come back to play it.
Master Robusta on the beat.
Seems like we have lost audio data.
Anaisa sia esonali ya koma chisa for more. Anayisesia esuna ya koma chisa fumo. Hallelujah tumo ya tumo eh. Hallelujah tumo ya tumo eh. When koma higali kono.
Okay, that audio from Yannick Kawakawa. Sometimes technology is not what we have at our fingertips, but I think I got that now. Let's go.
Country people them. Which I want to talk now say a heavy work don't enter for Manu. That means the amber they for Manu, they don't come up. That means they don't grow in their number. One the way they be lie low, they don't start back again. Because see, the authority there for Manfe and for Manu division, I feel say they need to do their work. Why I feel say they need to do their work now say they don't relax. I remember from the time when I surrender up till 2020, then those boys they no get no rest up to as the way them study height, and at the time that way they start kill themselves too. But now they don't come together. I don't make away my own village where Amber no be day from the day I surrender. So they na just the February. The Amber don't can start again day. And they don't start plenty. All these days they shoot for my village. All these days me I no fit hide and say, hey, my village Manfe now is not fine. Me no man no come up on social media. It was say Manfe is cool, quiet. It's lies. Manfe is not fine. Manfe don't come up. The new mayor way don't enter. Where he take over the other late mayor. I know the see work. He need to do no thing like sensitization. First of all, I don't know. He stay in Aboya. So I don't really know what will happen for Manfe Central. Most particular, I beg my people then for Manu division. What will happen? Manfe Central, I don't turn again like saying that before. When Manfe Central, we don't go very well this night. Serious shooting from my village. All people from my Okoyong village don't run go for bush. Monday day they run go for bush. Today again they don't run then go for bush. It means say back they go start stay then back for bush. All picking the way they will go school now. Other school don't stop again for my village. Wait till the authority there for Manfe they do. It's just like telling them something that is about to happen. They don't take it serious. I told them that this February month they have gathered, they have done this, they need to start stopping them before they start causing tension. But up till now, they don't do nothing. They don't make and the boy they don't enter rifle inside town. Wait till it happen. Authority there for Manfe. Wait till it happen them early them for Manu division. The other day na Ebeko, now they don't come now for Okoyong. The main two villages are for Manfe Central. Wait till it happen. I beg my country people them. I beg una try for fight for me for that Manfe Central. Because the thing don't start again they back seriously. Yes. The boys and they now so for Okoyong. More than 50 of them. They are from Akwaya. They don't cross water, they don't come inside Manfe Central. And some of them, the one the way they be deal with the lie low, they don't join two back again. Papa, I mean people them for house, I beg. Una try, una help me. Una talk for my authority them. They need to do their work. Because I tell them say the February month, I think then this way they get for happen. They not take us serious. That means they just they just enter for deaf ear. I beg una talk for them. God bless una. My country people then I don't stay. Even for life or even for call or wait. They don't stay. And I say the thing where it don't happen, so I know really they fine. Yes. Thank you.
That was Yannick Kawakawa. You heard him. And this was an audio that he sent out on the 24th of February. Today is the 28th of February. Just a couple of days ago. And he is warning, sending an SOS that all is not well. Ambazonian Restoration Forces are back in Manfe. And we are calling on the leadership in the interim government that oversees Manfe to please activate Manfe the more. We know they are doing their best, but if they can do that, it will help relieve the trauma that the BUI warriors are going through. And that I want to remind us again that as we are watching this, there is a special support fund drive for BUI County, for BUI warriors. They really need our support. $1, only $1 will go a long way. On the information bar here, there are means by which you can use to donate to that drive. If you do that, you leave a message on our comment page here, and we will take note of that so that we can adopt, we can add that up, and then we can add that up and follow up to see that your donation reach Bush warriors. There is a lot of donation and a lot of people are supporting this drive. We are calling on our viewers here to please do the same. BUI warriors, they really need your support now. BUI warriors have been the face of this revolution. BUI warriors have been defending Ambazonia non-stop, morning, afternoon, evening, and night since October of 2019. And that is how the Cameroon Republic has identified BUI County as the most resistant county, and they are sending all their military might starting tomorrow to BUI County to do everything possible to enter that county and end all our resistance there. We are calling on you, please. Even if it is $1, it is not small. Don't consider that small. It will go a long way to help. That is the backbone of our revolution. Donating. Those of us who cannot fight proxy. And that said, with the information the intelligence we got, which we brought at the beginning of this program, we are calling on the people of BUI and our restoration forces to take note. All of the Cameroon military might is entering BUI starting tomorrow, 1st of March 2020. Take that very seriously. Let's go back to Yannick Kawakawa. When we have information like that, we have to bring it to you and then try to analyze what it should tell you. We have brought you some audios. We have brought you some frustrations of people like Yannick Kawakawa. We don't have any pity for them. We know there is a document out there circulating saying that he and Nambere are not considered Cameroonians. But let us assure you, anybody who drop their arms will pick it up again if there is a means. Because the Cameroon Republic had always been heartless when it comes to Ambazonians. This audio from Yannick Kawakawa is a warning to all Ambazonians that this war is a must win for us, or we fight forever. If you listen to that audio very well, you will hear that there is a lot of regret. A lot of regret in his voice. And that regret too, if you are an Ambazonia and you derail from this revolution, from this war, from liberating and actualizing Ambazonia, like Abobala, if you saw him the other day in Victoria at the field, he was pretending to smile to make a show when there was nothing. Like Nambere, he has come up in various instances, sugarcoating what he wants to say that he stands for Cameroon. But if given the opportunity, he will run away. And like this guy. Listen to him.
The highlight in that document was that point number 1, we were to work hand in hand with the detained leaders in jail to call for a ceasefire. That's the first point. The second point was the government forces will collaborate in some sort of with our call for them to withdraw from the territory of Southern Cameroon, which is Northwest and Southwest regions. Then there were guys, the separatists who are on the ground, and all those boys in the bushes will have to lay their arms, and some of the leaders in jail will participate in drafting the peace process alongside the government representatives. And that was to occur in a neutral venue, which was not necessarily in.
Like I said, I'm not a fan or somebody who follows La Republique media a lot. But it is because when I conceived the topic of discussion for today, influencing how the Ambazonian Cameroon Republic war shall end, I happen to have come across these medias in the Cameroon Republic discussing the possible end to this war. And then it caught my attention and I had to listen. And like I was saying, Sanctus there, he has become the peace crusader for the Cameroon Republic. He has forgotten that if given a chance, he was even plotting against President Sako of the interim government. If given a chance, he would have wanted to be the president of the interim government. Remember when he fell from grace to grace, he was the press secretary at the presidency of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, who was so ambitious to leave from the press secretary to become the president. But because of his doings and his ways of action, he was pushed down, I think, to the Department of Finance or where he finally says, no, I thought I was going to climb, but I've instead gone down. Then he threw in the towel. People who've thrown in the towel like Yannick Kawakawa, like Nambere, like Agbobala, like Santos that you've just heard, trying to be a crusader, like Success Congo. So many of them who've thrown in the towel, there is regret. And when we get this, we bring it to you, because throwing in the towel, there is going to be regret. And in no way shall the Cameroon Republic ever treat us as human beings. And in no way shall the Cameroon Republic ever treat us as people. If you hear this, think of the lynching episodes I have brought to you. There are still more. Remember the time they made our people sit in Yaoundé on the ground, our women, our elderly women, our men, our children. Remember the time they made our people sit on the ground in Bamenda. Remember last week I brought you the people in Lebialem. They caught them, made them remove their shirts, made them sit on the ground, tie their hands. That is lynching, making us feel the pain, live the pain, and then live in fear, so that the Cameroon Republic can continue to write and roll us. And that is what we Ambazonians have said. It cannot happen again. When we bring you audios like this of Yannick Kawakawa, we are telling you, don't lay down your arms. Those of you who are able, please join the resistance forces. Draft into the army, to the Ambazonian army, if you are physically present. It is worth dying for Ambazonia, that living as a slave in the Cameroon Republic. If you drop your arms, you will pick it up again. If you ask the inner conscience of people like Nambere and Yannick Kawakawa, if given the opportunity, they will go back to the resistance force. They have feel the pinch. The Cameroon Republic is very frustrating. When we bring you this audio, we are equally telling you that this war shall not end. Ambazonia will not surrender. The war is not ending very soon if Ambazonia is not the victor. And if the Cameroon Republic is coming on the table to court President Sako, self-defense is a type of dropping our arms. We shall never drop our arms, even when are on the table, because we are self-defending. The people to drop their arms and go back to their country are the Cameroon Republic soldiers, They should take their remnant administrators and go with them. It is not going to end with the victory of the Cameroon Republic. Ambazonia shall be the victor here. We are going to take this war to the end, no matter how long it takes us. That's it. We are calling on Ambazonians. We seem to have relaxed and we have given an enabling environment to the Cameroon Republic again to be moving into our territory freely. Think of our popcorns, the way we have been using it. We know for the past week in BUI County, the warriors have been using it successfully. It is very cheap and very effective, and it sends a clear message. Cameroon will never forget what we are doing to them. And the way we are executing this war, we should continue. Our people need to come out. Put more roadblocks, dig trenches, fall down trees. Those big trees on the side of the road should be down. Delay their movement, roll stones and break bridges again. We need to go back to this enabling environment and stop it. Because when we don't, it is our loved ones. When we don't, it is our people. When we don't, we are enabling the Cameroon Republic to come into our villages, into our towns, into our cities and kill. We need to go back to stop this enabling environment. When you do that, it delays their movement. It helps our people to run into hiding. And when we were discussing this, some people were asking, what is the Cameroon Republic electricity still doing in Ambazonia? We have gone through pain. There are towns and villages in our territory that go for months without electricity. Guess where that electricity is coming from? From the Cameroon Republic. What if one pole were to fall in Santa? The whole of the northern zone goes dark. What if one pole were to fall along the Tiko Douala Road? The whole of the southern zone goes down. That is an enabling environment. We need to go back and put those and stop that. There should be no tolerance in this war. We have suffered, we have paid the price enough to be on our own. We look around, we see that there are people who feel that we shall go back to pre-2016. We look around, we see that there are still people who feel that we shall go back and live normally with the Cameroon Republic as before the war. That is not going to happen. We have said time and again in this program, the Cameroon Republic, who shall take away our arms? Not our arms as those portrayed by Colonial Atangaji, but the real ones that we have now. Who shall be able to take away our technology of producing and using our popcorn, our manies, our le Français? Who shall stop it? There should be no tolerance in this war. This is a war we must win. This is a war that we have to show the entire world that a people can get up and decide and determine and decide their destiny and take their destiny into their hands. We are lucky in this war that we have the support of our people. Look at our general population. The fact that they have been able to observe Ghost Town for the past 5 years, every Monday without getting tired, tells you this is a war we must win. The fact that our diaspora and our young boys and girls have brave to fight, because the diasporas, they are fighting this war proxy by dipping their hands deep into their pockets, by opening the ledgers of their wallets and their bank account and they are supporting. A support which we are calling on you now that there is a special support fund drive for BUI warriors in BUI County. We are calling those of you who are watching with us today, please. Any little thing you can donate will go a long way. Please do and help us and donate to support BUI. The fact that this is our territory, we know the terrain, we are masters of the terrain. We know the hills and the valleys. This is a war we must win, and we shall not surrender. We are lucky that this war and this revolution, the Cameroon Republic has no direct international support. I would say they have little or no international support. Little because their colonial master France cannot let us defeat them outrightly. Little because the overzealous Chinese cannot let us defeat them outrightly. Little because Nigeria is there enabling the Cameroon Republic to kill Ambazonians. But we are lucky because there is no international involvement. In Mr. Javer's defense that no international community shall intervene in our war, he was citing the example of Syria. And I hope he is listening so that he knows that the war in Syria is because there is international involvement. The United States of America got involved, and the Russian and the Russians, they got involved too. Iran, yeah, the Russians and Iran, they got involved too to support the Syrian government. That is why that war is still fighting till today. In our war, the genocide in Ambazonia, there is little or no international support. And that is why we are saying that the Cameroon Republic can never win this war. We know if any country were to support the Cameroon Republic openly, Ambazonia too will get support openly. But we are not praying for that because we are able and we are capable. We have the population who are behind us, Ambazonia. We are able and we are capable. We have the diaspora. We are able and we are capable because we have our young boys and our young girls who know that they don't want to bequeath what they have gone through to their children, who know that they don't want the future to accuse them that they were there and they let this happen. They are ready to sacrifice right to the point of their life for Ambazonia to be actualized. That we will do it. And let us look now at the main topic of the day, influencing how the Ambazonian Cameroon Republic war shall end. How this war shall end. We have fought it, a lot of battles from all counties, from LGAs, we have fought it. How shall this war end? Like we see it, there is no conflict, there is no war in the world that has gone forever. There is no conflict, there is no war that has never ever ended. And it has always ended like this. It has ended with people sitting on the table. No matter how long the Cameroon Republic will delay, they will sit on the table with us. That is one point certain that it is going to happen. And they will not sit on the table with us as seniors or as superiors or as victors in this war. They shall sit on the table with us as equal, and they shall talk to us, we shall talk to them. As equal, it is going to happen. We are highly optimistic that 2021 is the beginning of that to start. Things are going to start happening in 2021. This is just today is February ending, tomorrow is March beginning. It is highly likely that 2021 is the beginning to an end to this genocide, to this war in the Cameroon, between the Cameroon Republic and Ambazonia. This war shall end with a ceasefire and cessation of hostilities. The Cameroon Republic don't think that because they are a recognized nation with a full military, there shall be no ceasefire or cessation of hostilities. And we are saying that as Ambazonia, we are on the defensive. And in the words of President Sako, self-defense is another form of a ceasefire, because we are defending ourselves. The Cameroon Republic is the aggressor in this case. They are the one to cease fire and move out of Ambazonia. The actors in this revolution, in this war, those who are pushing it, shall be punished and prosecuted. It shall happen, whether you like it or not. We are saying that even on the side of Ambazonians, those who excuse me, those who are committing crimes against the Geneva Convention, you shall be punished. If you are an Ambazonian fighter, a restoration force in Ambazonia, any action you are about to do except killing the Cameroon Republic soldier, ask yourself, is this against human rights? Because you shall be judged, you shall be punished, you shall be prosecuted. That is going to happen. This is one of the aspects that this war shall end with. People shall be prosecuted, people shall be punished. This war shall end in that there shall be cessations of fire on both sides. But on the side of Ambazonians, like I'm saying, self-defense is already ceasefire to us. And self-defense is a human right. So Ambazonians are self-defending themselves. This war shall end that there shall be an agreement that shall be signed between the Cameroon Republic and Ambazonia. And if anybody thinks that we shall sign this agreement as Anglophones in the Cameroon Republic, that is a lie. We shall sign an agreement when all this is done and ended as Ambazonians. If anybody is going to come to the table and say that we don't want to hear the word Ambazonia, we are telling you Ambazonia is already a vocabulary in the dictionary, and nothing is going to take it away from our mouths today. If you listen at the beginning of this show, I brought in Honorable Wiba philosophy of Ambazonia, which he said that, listen to what he said. He called it West Cameroon.
That you call yours, people can do what has been done to our children in West Cameroon. I call it West Cameroon because you will never take it out of our mouths again, because that is a territory in which we believe in freedom.
Then in 2016, Honorable Weber called it West Cameroon, but today we are calling it Ambazonia, and nobody shall ever take it out of our mouths again. It shall be Ambazonia. Yeah, inferencing how the Ambazonian Cameroon Republic war shall end. We are saying that it shall end with an agreement being signed by both sides. And when they shall be signing it, we shall sign it as Ambazonians, not as Cameroonians. And when we sign this at the end of this war as Ambazonian, then they shall be Ambazonia, and they shall be the Cameroon Republic. When they shall be Ambazonia, they shall be the Ambazonian dream. There shall be that future. We shall be Ambazonia with Ambazonians, where we shall have better jobs, where we shall teach our children in the language of our inheritance, where we shall have best learning environment, which we shall pave our roads, tar them, and open our farm to market roads, where we shall build our economy in a way that each Amba household shall live in dignity, where there shall be justice and fairness and equity for all, where we shall be able to look after our children and elderly, looking after those who have defended our territory for the past 5 years, our restoration forces, where we shall have our policemen and our policewomen who shall have honor, who shall have dignity, honor, and respect for human life, where we shall take good care of the health of our people, retire our people with dignity, with respect, where our people shall have enough to live on the rest of their lives, all the days of their lives, compensate families of our fallen soldiers, build memorials in honor of our fallen soldiers, where the diaspora shall have a home to return to, where the remains of Ambazonians who at this time cannot be buried back home shall be given a befitting burial in Ambazonia, and above all, where we shall live freely in our land and benefit from our own God-given natural resources as Ambazonians. That shall be in the agreement that shall be signed at the end, where they shall be Ambazonia and they shall be the Cameroon Republic. And with that, viewers, we come to the end of our show today. We will play you some music and then we'll come back to remind you of the special support fund for BUI warriors, the drive that is going on, and how you can support our warriors in BUI. Let us play this because sometimes when things happen, we remember our musician telling their own story by singing music.